So you're in sales, marketing, or maybe you're a founder and you know the grind. Finding leads, sending emails, booking meetings, it feels like you need about 10 different tools and an army of people just to get noticed. Generally, people spend hours trying to dig up contact info, bouncing between LinkedIn, company websites. Honestly, it's a nightmare. And then actually reaching out, another headache. But in this video, I'm going to show you a tool that could seriously streamline that entire process. Help you find leads, reach out, manage conversations, and even use AI to make this entire lead thing a whole lot easier. It's called Apollo IO. And before we take a better look at it in just a few seconds, while Apollo is incredible at prospecting and outbound outreach, or more simply put, helping you find leads and then reach out to them effectively, it's important to also note that generating leads also comes from creating quality content from things like your YouTube videos, your shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok videos, or in other words, inbound lead generation. So while Apollo helps you nail down your outbound lead generation, Taja helps with your inbound lead generation by making your content production process exponentially faster. And if you want to know more about how exactly it does that, check out the link in the description and you can try Taja out free for 7 days. Okay, now back to Apollo. So who exactly will find this software most helpful? Well, let me start by saying that this particular software was specifically created if you have a B2B business or a B2B company, meaning you provide a product or services to other businesses. So people will find this the most helpful are sales leaders, account executives, sales development, revenue operations, marketers, and founders. Basically, if your business is doing B2B outreach and looking for clients, then Apollo is going to help. It helps with what we presume to be the most basic of things, finding leads and then reaching out to those leads. And that's what the big focus for this video is going to be. How well does it find leads? And then how good of a job does it do reaching out to those leads? Now, the foundation of Apollo is its data. Finding the right people is half the battle, right? So Apollo gives you access to a massive B2B database. And I really do mean massive. I'm talking about hundreds of millions of contacts across millions of different companies. And then it's also got something called data enrichment, which makes sure that all of your information is always up to date. They've even developed a Chrome extension helping you prospect leads while working directly within your favorite online tools. But it's not just about the quantity, it's about finding the right people. So let's take a look at how easy this process is now. And again, this video is not necessarily an in-depth step-by-step tutorial on all of Apollo's features. It's really just to show you how much simpler your lead generation is going to be. So once you've signed up to Apollo, this is what your dashboard is initially going to look like. Now, before we get into it, they do have a free forever plan that is really good. You don't have to do the paid plan. The free plan has a lot of good value to it. And while the more natural flow of doing things when doing lead generation is probably finding the right people first and then figuring out your communication or what you're going to say when you reach out to them, when you're using Apollo, it's kind of reversed. We're going to flip it on its head and it's going to make sense in just a little while. So instead of finding people first, we are first going to do what is called creating an email sequence. And these are the emails that you're going to reach out, or the specific emails that you're going to send to your leads once you've got your list nailed down. So to do that, on the left, we're going to go to Engage, and under that is Sequences. Click on Sequences. And when that section opens up, you'll see that you've got a notification at the top saying that you have no mailboxes linked. Now, when you do your setup process, you do have the option of linking your mailbox to Apollo so that when you send out emails, it sends from that particular email address. And I would also recommend when you're doing your emails or your outreach for your leads, use a burner email or an email that isn't necessarily going to damage the reputation of your official email domain. But that's just my opinion. You can go ahead and link whichever mailbox you want to Apollo. So moving on to creating our sequence, we're going to click on Create a Sequence. And you've got a few options. You've got the AI assisted, you've got some templates, you've got a clone option where you can make a copy of one of your existing sequences, or you can start from scratch. Let's go ahead and see what templates they have available. So under the template section, you've got quite a few different options and it gives you the details on these different templates as well. So for example, if it says 4 steps, it means that there are 4 pre-created emails ready to send out. You just need to do some editing. And then those 4 emails that will be sent out to your leads will be sent over a period of 10 days. Then it's also got what that template is about. So we've got at-risk customers, change in leadership, a whole bunch of options. If I look through, let's go with the win customers from competitors. Just click on that. And then these are the different pre-created emails. So you can see we've got an email sequence of 3 different emails. The first email will be sent out on day 1, second email on day 7, and the third email on day 12. But again, you can change all of this up, the amount of emails you want to send it out over which days and the delays between different emails. You can change all of that while within this section over here. So to start editing the emails, just click on any one of them. And then this is the email that will be sent out. So like I said, all of these things you can change. So for example, if we were doing this for Taja, under the Your Company section, I can change that to Taja. And then the preview will show it on this side as well. So there it says at Taja. So I'm not going to necessarily create the entire email or edit this one. It's just to show you how simple it is. At the top, you can add in your subject. And when you're done, click on Save. So you'll do that for each email within the sequence. Once you're done, you can click on Launch. And because we haven't added any contacts to this sequence just yet, there is a notification saying that nothing's going to happen until you actually start adding contacts or your leads to this particular sequence. So that takes us to the next step, which is add our contacts. Click on Add Contacts, and the page that will open up is People. And once this section opens up, this is where we can really start to narrow down the types of people that we're looking for. And if you take a look at the top, underneath total, it is 219.7 million. That is the total number of contacts available in Apollo's database. So obviously that is a lot of people across multiple niches, across different industries. And that's why we're going to use these filters to narrow down to find the right people for your business. So the first one that I generally use is underneath email status. I prefer to select verified. And then the next big one is job titles. So let's say we are targeting social media managers, right? So underneath job titles, we are going to search social media manager. Got to get the spelling right. Social media manager. And when I click on it, it will add it to the list for those filters. And as we select different filters or make different changes to these filters, you'll see that the list on the right will change as well. Management level. If we select manager, we can also narrow it down by location. And let's just say we're going to target all of the United States. Next up, we have employees, and you can select whichever one here. For this one, I think I will leave it blank just for the demonstration itself or for the example. And then industry and specific keywords. And now after we've set those different filters, if we have a look at the top, the total contact pool is now 16.7 thousand. So that is really narrowed down from, what was it, 217 million? So this may seem like a lot less people that you are reaching, but remember, you are searching for specific people. It's all about the right people. It's not necessarily about the quantity. And once you've got your list ready to go, we are going to add these contacts to our sequence that we created. So can you see why we created the sequence first? It just makes sense that way. There's a lot less steps doing it this way. Next to name, if I click the little checkbox, you'll see that the maximum number is 25. On the free plan, the maximum number of contacts that you can send emails to at any given time is 25. If you upgrade to the paid plan, then you'll be able to send a lot more. So right now, let's just keep it at 25. And once I click apply, you'll see that it'll select the top 25 over there. And you can see that all of these names have the job title of social media manager. So now I know that when we send out the email sequence, when we start sending out that sequence, we are sending it out to the right people. Once that's done, you have a couple of options. Right now, we are going to add them to the sequence that we created previously. So click on sequence, then select add to existing sequence. And in the final area, before you actually start sending those emails, it just lets you know that if you have not yet connected a mailbox, then you can absolutely do that over here. And once you have done it, you can click on save. So now you have created your sequence, you've selected the list of highly targeted people for your business, and you have started sending them an automated email sequence. It's really that simple. And it's going to save you a lot of time because instead of manually hunting for these contacts and leads between company websites, LinkedIn profiles, you can literally get all of that done right here in Apollo. And it takes only a few minutes to get done. And AI also plays a big part in Apollo. So it uses AI in things like smarter outbound outreach and conversation analysis. So basically Apollo helps you before, during, and after the entire process, whether it be lead generation or sales. Okay, so now let's talk about the cost because it's great to have all of these features, but the real question is how affordable is it? So as I mentioned previously, there is a free forever plan that Apollo has. Something to keep in mind is that even though this is a free forever plan, like every other thing that you're going to try out, whether it's a software or anything else, any free plan has its limitations. One of those is that you can only select 25 people from that contact list that you create to start sending emails out to. So you're going to constantly have to go back in, select a new 25, resend, new 25, resend. You get it. You actually have access to quite a few features on Apollo using just the free plan. Now, if the free plan is so great, why would you upgrade to a plan that is $49 a month? Well, the paid plan gets you access to more advanced filters to really narrow down your searches even more. And then also that 25 contact limit cap that they put on for the free plan doesn't exist on the $49 per month plan. Then another thing that you can do on the paid plan is that you don't have to use a Gmail or a Microsoft email to connect to your Apollo account. You can connect any domain, any email from any mailbox. But honestly, you can validate how well Apollo works for you, and you might even close a few deals using just the free plan. And yes, there are higher price plans with even more features than the $49 per month plan, but honestly, if you're a solopreneur, $49 is really all you need. It's going to make a major difference in how you generate leads and probably make a difference to your entire sales process. So I don't really see any necessity in going higher than $49 a month. And just a reminder that I have linked both of these softwares down in the description of this video. So for Apollo.io, you get the free forever plan, unless you choose to upgrade. And then for Taja, you get a 7-day free trial where you get access to all of the features to help you create more content faster than ever. Keep creating, keep growing, and I'll catch you in the next video.